look at the title of my presentation, Where Does the Disaster End? It doesn't end when the TV cameras are gone. It doesn't end when the water's pumped out your city. It goes on for years and years. 6 years later in New Orleans, we're still suffering the effects of the disaster of Katrina. And it's up to you as a manager to prepare your fire department, to prepare your city to deal with this disaster in a long-term, ongoing situation. Many people ask me, why do y'all go back to New Orleans? Well, for one thing, we love our city. But for another thing, we are a strategically important city to the United States of America. We are a large port city. We are the gateway to the breadbasket of America. But we have some unique things about New Orleans. We are below sea level, 6 feet below sea level. We're really 4 different islands all put together. We're all surrounded by our own levee system. And as you can see, when that levee system fails, we're in trouble, or when it's overtop. And I want everyone to remember that Katrina technically was a near miss to New Orleans. We were on the good side of the hurricane, and only a part of the eye actually hit a far portion of New Orleans east. It could have been much worse, so we're thankful for that. We were a poor city before the hurricane struck, so we didn't have the means to really recover on our own. We depended on state assistance, federal assistance, and it was a tremendous benefit to us that the assistance we got from charitable groups, states, cities from around the country. They opened the doors to our people. They took our families in, and we'll never forget that. And we are constantly trying to give back to America the way they gave to us. This is actually the second story in New Orleans East, one of the islands I was talking about. We did not have a levee breach in New Orleans East. This was all from overtopping. So you can imagine the amount of water that we encountered during Katrina. Immediately after the storm struck, we realized we were up to our neck, almost over our heads. So we put out the call for assistance. We tried to cater that call to fire departments that were much like New Orleans, urban fire departments. We expected high-rise fires, large-scale fires. We'd lose a block at a time. And we wanted fire departments that came in with pretty much the same equipment that we had. Now, what we didn't anticipate, when we lost our water system, a lot of our firefighting became what you would see in a rural area. We weren't that used to using water drops, water relays, hose tenders, things like that. So we had to adapt quickly. And when you bring in this many people, we had up to 1,400 firefighters at our complex in Algiers, another one of the islands. It takes a tremendous amount of logistics to support this many people. One of the things that New York brought in was their IMT team. They were extremely helpful. We had the ICS set up. They came in, they meshed with us. You couldn't tell, except for the accent, you couldn't tell the New York, Chicago guys from the New Orleans guys. We worked very well together. And what we did, we put a New Orleans guy or 2 New Orleans guys on every pump with every foreigner, with every New York guy. And we rolled like that, and nobody could tell the difference between them except for their turnout gear.